Right? Motherfucker.
Just as I thought.
This must be whoever was sitting on the sofa and smoking earlier.
My evolver can shoot right through this wall. I should shoot it.
Wait! Is he not getting enough?
What?
Never mind. The person behind the wall is unarmed. I cannot approve the use of a revolver in this situation.
Damn it.
Holy shit. Ich frage mich nur, wie Aiba das überhaupt mitkriegt. Aber sie hat es offenbar gemerkt.
Date, a porno maggot in feet.
What?
Natürlich.
Hey! Did you just shoot at me?
What the fuck? Did you just shoot at me? How dare you? What the? I'm sorry. Moment mal. Ganz so.
Whoa, wait a minute!
Well, that escalated quickly. Das habe ich total vergessen. Warum hat er eine verfickte Minigun und ballert damit im Gebäude rum? Stimmt. In der anderen Part hat er doch gesagt, sie sind jetzt total auf Defense.
Load revolver with explosive rounds. Aim for the dragon's gold ball on the right.
The what? Oh, that. Why?
Just do it!
Echt mal. Ich meine, Moma war ja jetzt sogar überrascht. Alles klar. Oh, oh, oh. Nicht wackeln, nicht wackeln, nicht wackeln. Ah. Oh, klar. So geht das.
Aiba, you saved me.
Everything happened as I simulated it.
So, where's this porno mag?
Nicht
You
da.
idiot. There is no adult magazine. However, I know that your reaction time is up to 3.6 times faster when you are excited.
Und die Digital Root davon ist schon wieder 9.
I simply took advantage of that behavior.
Kannst einfach nicht lassen.
What the hell? You're a grown man. Aren't you too old to be playing with toys? Shit. Hey, coward. I see you. Show your face. I know you.
Das wäre auch eine Aktion gewesen.
Sejima, so, Congressman.
What is this guy doing here?
What are you doing here?
I've had a relationship with the Kumakura since back when Rohan was running things.
Oh.
I had business nearby, so I stopped here for a visit.
Als Politiker?
Whatever conspiracy theory you're imagining in your head, you can forget it. This is strictly business.
Strictly business? A congressman meeting with Yakuza? How are you gonna spin that?
It's true. I imagine my public image will be dragged through the mud. But we haven't done anything illegal. If you want to accuse me of such wrongdoing, then by all means. I just happen to think such gossip is better suited for tabloids.
Do you have an alibi for yesterday and the day before?
I went to work, then went home.
So, you have no alibi.
No, I always have my bodyguards near me. If you want to, you can ask them.
Bodyguard testimony can be unreliable.
Denke ich auch.
There is a possibility that they would lie to protect Mr. Tsujima.
I agree. We can't trust that.
About Renju.
The president of Lemniscate? We aren't friends, but I did meet him a few times through work.
What work were you doing to meet up with the head of an entertainment company?
It was just some party hosted by some company or other. It's not unusual. Events with those uptight stuffed shirts can be rather dull. So they have some young women from an entertainment office attend. Anyway, we only saw each other a few times. I don't even remember what we spoke about.
It's So Tsujima, a member of Congress. I see him so often on TV, it feels like I've met him before. Do you have an alibi for yesterday and the day before?
Us Kumakuras are a branch of the Ujisaki family.
Wieder das mit dem Golf?
The Ujisaki family runs a yearly golf
Ah, ja,
trip. We
gut.
were all at the... We only got back. We've been asked a hotel.
Das hatten wir ja schon.
I did the hotel's record of guests does list the Kumakura members. They were also seen on several surveillance cameras. It is not possible that any of the Kumakuras could have killed Shoko,
Das war auf dem anderen Pfad ja auch so.
including Moma.
About Rohan Kumakura.
I heard that the former head of the Kumakuras committed suicide last year.
Yeah, what's it to you?
Nothing at all. I just want to talk about it.
Rohan was my older brother. He was my big brother in this organization, and my blood brother. 6 years ago, he got sick in the head. He got sent to a special hospital. And naturally, because I'm his brother and next in line, I was the successor. That's all I'm gonna say. You wanna know more? Hire a private eye.
Ja, da sagt er auf dem anderen Pfad ja mehr zu. About Shoko.
Well, I guess there's no point hiding it now. I lied earlier when I said I didn't know her.
Sag bloß.
I thought so. You and the Kumakuras were a part of the fraud scheme Shoko was organizing.
Yep. Whenever any wise-ass investors gave her trouble, we handled it.
Exactly as I suspected. Shoko was affiliated with the Kumakuras.
About Renju.
I've been looking after that guy since high school. It was the usual stuff. I had him help me with a lot of work. But now, it's kind of the opposite, you know? We're getting work from him. Well, we were. Now that he's dead, though.
What work did he have you do?
The usual. If Talon at his office was causing trouble or something.
You ever get into any disputes with Renju doing this work?
No way. He paid good money. I've never even gotten into an argument with the guy.
Momo is giving me a glare. Okay, was haben wir denn jetzt noch hier? Ich mein, about Shoko. Ah,
The victim prior to Renju? I believe Moma introduced me to her.
Introduced?
We were just having drinks. Shoko stopped by to say hello.
Right. We didn't talk about anything.
They're trying to give me the runaround.
Indeed. Date, I have determined that these individuals have nothing further to add. Even if they are involved, they will not volunteer any more information. We need solid evidence to move forward with the investigation.
You're right.
oh,
Date, a call from Lemniscate.
Connected.
Date? It's me. You remember, like, how you said to call you if Ota came? Well, he's here now, so I guess I'm calling you.
Got it. I'm on my way.
Where are you going?
That's none of your concern. Moma, Congressman Tsujima, I think I'm gonna call it a day. I'll come back soon. We'll swap drinking stories.
You serious?
Let's go, Iba.
Roger.
okay. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
This is all really suspicious.
What is?
Congressman Tsujima and the Kumakuras. There's definitely something going on there.
I agree. But I am not sure it is linked to the new Cyclops serial killings. We need to do further investigation.
Who are you?
Who are you? Impossible. How did a jellyfish get in here? So shiny, too.
You utter idiot. It's me.
Renju?
Do I look like Renju?
Suki?
It's me.
Boss?
Date, seriously.
Then, are you Mom?
Idiot. You must have increased your dosage too much.
My dosage? Anyway, you're Iba, right? Why are you here? Looking like that?
I just thought I would project myself. You seem lonely.
How are you doing this?
I am overlaying the image your left eye processes with augmented reality.
Yay!
You can't see me through your right eye, only your left.
You can't just pop into my eyeball without permission.
You do realize I do that all the time, right?
About your appearance. Ich glaube, das hatten wir aber
Come
auch
to
schon.
think of it, you look kind of like you do when you're in some.
Yeah.
What's that about?
What do you mean?
Well, you don't usually look like that. You have a somnium form and...
Oh, this?
Yes, that. Why are you doing this now?
I was bored last night, so
Huh?
I thought you would like it.
Why would I like it?
Well, I did attempt to shape myself to your preference.
If you could do that, change it.
I will not,
Why not?
because I won't.
I'm going to have to get used to this look.
I fear you would eventually grow tired of the other form as well. I just wanted to change my look a little. Think of it as a haircut.
Pretty drastic haircut.
How is So related to the Kumakuras?
I looked into that. Unfortunately, I did not find anything in our database that could connect the two.
I see.
However, I did discover some rumors on the internet. Most of them come across as gossip or conspiracy theories. But would you like to hear them regardless?
Please.
So how is So related to the Kumakuras?
Mr. Sajima currently resides in Azabu. He lives in a mansion, a restored samurai castle.
Ah, das erklärt, warum das da so aussieht.
But 20 years ago, So Sajima lived elsewhere, in the Kawasaki district to be exact.
Oh,
He lived there until he was 40 years old. The Sajima family owned a vast amount of real estate in the district. Adjusting for inflation, the land was valued above 30 billion yen. The Sajima family sold off its holdings. 6 months later, the incident occurred.
The explosion at the chemical plant.
This caused Kawasaki to become a restricted area. And of course, land prices fell drastically to less than 1/30th their original value. What are your thoughts?
The timing is certainly suspicious. To sell that amount of land just 6 months before it happened.
There is another interesting fact.
und was?
After the accident, So Sajima purchased all of the land back for just 1 billion yen.
So he's got 29 billion yen in his pocket and 1 billion yen of land.
Correct. Despite the horrific accident, the Sajima family is no worse off.
True. But I don't see the point of it. It's not like you got anything out of it.
That would be true, but there is more to this story. There is another important fact. After the land prices in the Kawasaki region crashed,
Oh, na toll.
we will have to continue this conversation later.
Na gut.
I am receiving a call from headquarters.
Okay, was gibt's?
Is this Special Agent Date from Abyss?
Ah,
My name is Akaska from HQ. I'm investigating the Shoko Nadami case.
kommt wieder Number 89.
There's something that you need to hear.
What is it?
We got a phone call earlier from a prisoner at Fuchu Prison.
A prisoner?
We saved the call. I think you should give it a listen. Who is this?
In here, I'm known as number 89.
What is this call concerning?
Oh, aber leider ohne Gesicht, Milky. Aber immerhin ist die heiße Stimme da.
I know who killed Shoko Nadami. And if you let me out of here, I will tell you who it is. I suppose you might say I'm looking for a plea bargain. You will kill again, you know. And you'll take their eye while they're still alive. There will be more bodies. If you want to stop this serial killer, I suggest you take my offer. I'll be seeing you.
This has to be a prank.
That's what I thought too. However, we got the call yesterday afternoon,
Vor dem zweiten Mord.
before Renju was killed.
Mhm.
In other words,
You're saying he predicted the second crime?
yeah, I think he did. That's why I thought I should contact you.
Good idea. Thanks, Detective.
Good luck.
Do you think there's anything to this?
I don't know.
Bitte nicht. Am besten trägt er dann auch noch einen Sport-BH und einen Stringtanker. Während er aussieht wie Hifumi. Oh, hi, Ota.
Oh, Date.
What's wrong? You look like you have a lot on your mind.
Yeah. I just found out online. The corpse at Bloom Park. That was Renju's ex-wife, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Ja, und du hast...
So that was Mizuki's mom.
Ja, du bist einfach weggelaufen.
Mizuki saw her own mom. And I just left her. But I didn't know. I knew her as Shoko Nadami. Her last name is different. I didn't know that was Mizuki's mother. I want to apologize to her.
Ja,
I need to tell her that I'm sorry.
wehe, du machst es nicht. Immerhin scheint es ihm diesmal ein bisschen mehr leid zu tun. Nicht wie im anderen Fall, wo er sich dann erstmal von der Maid hat was reinstopfen lassen. Sofa.
One more bowl, please.
That would be soba.
Müssten wir jetzt alles durchgehen, was so ähnlich wie Sofa klingt?
Date, look, a little stink bug.
Oh nein, bitte nicht.
Yay, a stink bug.
Das ist so wirklich kein Grund für Yay. Maybe has the tendency to get excited about bugs. It's a monitor, nothing's on it. Plotted plant. Lots of magazines in that rack. Featured how to get rich with cryptocurrency. I'll definitely be taking that one. High table.
That's just a high stool.
What about high school?
I said stool.
An AI that gets excited about bugs. Oh, da habe ich noch nie drüber nachgedacht, auf diese Art und Weise. Stimmt. A lot of different drinks are in the vending machine.
Oh, that's room doyer.
Oh ja, klar.
Who's that?
Rundo, ja klar. The door. It's probably your office back there. Rundo video is playing. That's the reception desk. The company's logo. Lemniscate. Abstract paintings on
That
display.
one's called Lying, Wishing, Marking Deeds.
Ja, wie heißt denn das Scheißding jetzt? Jeder sagt hier was anderes. Ja. Oh. Sprechen wir mal wieder. Dun, dun. Do you want to get some food sometime?
Hey now, that's awfully aggressive. You're an alpha type, aren't you? I kind of like that.
Oh, das
And I
Blick.
kind of like you.
Ooh.
Oh, but there is one little thing you should know about me.
Uh-huh.
I'm a reptilian.
Okay.
Is that going to be a problem?
Yes.
A reptilian.
A reptilian humanoid alien. They are said to be shapeshifters that take on human form.
Yeah, that
is
is
definitely
going
gonna
to
be a problem. Das muss ich gleich mitsagen.
Oh, too bad.
Well, thank you for the call earlier.
No problem. After all, it means we get to see each other again.
Oh, yeah. You know.
I'm glad.
Ota gibt mir die ganze Zeit evil eye. You're cute.
You get asked out a lot, don't you? I don't know why you're sitting here behind a desk. You should be an idol.
Oh, thank you. But despite my looks, I am a bit too old to be an idol. I couldn't get into it now.
How old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
I turned 36 this year.
Oh, nur 6 Jahre älter als Date, das passt doch noch.
You're kidding.
The girl with the big tits is sitting behind the counter. Yes, that's what I've decided to call her. Not to her face, of course.
Hey, girl with the big tits.
Excuse me?
Shit, I said it to her face.
I want to run away and never look back.
Wunderbar. Das musste natürlich direkt danach
She's
passieren.
recording a podcast right now. Looking at her schedule, it should end soon.
Okay, sind wir fertig mit ihr. Where have you been?
Nowhere. Just doing my normal routine.
Which is?
I don't know your normal routine.
Ja, eben.
I went to a Dojin store to look at the new releases. Then I ate some ramen at Jiro's, and then headed over to the PC cafe to browse threads.
Mann, hast du ein schweres Leben. Wer bezahlt das eigentlich alles?
You know, normal.
That's normal? I haven't had a normal day in my life.
About Renju's case.
I don't know anything. I've only seen Renju a couple of times.
I didn't think it was possible to be this bad at lying.
Though it is plainly obvious, I did a thermal check on Ota's body. This is his current body temperature.
500 Grad. Schon recht
That's
rot.
what I thought. Have you forgotten, Ota? You're my thrall. You don't want me to tell Iris your secret, do you?
Huh?
Wait, it's no big deal. I just...
You better start talking.
Okay.
But before that, was konnte ich denn noch mit Mizuki machen? About Mizuki.
Mizuki didn't seem like she was angry with you.
What? You met Mizuki? Oh, at the interrogation.
That's right. He doesn't know I live with Mizuki. I have no reason to hide it, but it's sort of hard to explain. Yeah, I spoke to Mizuki at her, questioning earlier.
You're sick, Date.
What?
Questioning? That sounds dirty. If I were writing a light novel, that's exactly how I would describe a sexy scene.
What kind of novels are you writing, kid?
Echt mal. Ich will's eigentlich gar nicht wissen. About Renju's case.
Last night, I was walking over to Sunfish Pocket,
Aha.
and I saw Renju come out of the building.
Aha.
Was he alone?
Das muss dann ja gewesen sein, bevor er umgebracht wurde. Ich meine, was sage ich da? Natürlich. Muss ich ja nicht laut aussprechen. Kann ja nicht tot sein und da rauslaufen.
Someone was with him. A man.
Ich bin der neue Sherlock Holmes hier.
No. A woman.
Gut, dass wir Aiba haben.
Okay, look. I can tell you're trying to protect her, but you have to help me out here. Was it Iris?
No, it definitely for sure wasn't Tessa.
Und wieder rot.
Got it. So Renju was with Iris.
Okay, fine. There's no point in hiding it, I guess.
Ich habe Superkräfte.
You're right. Renju came out of the building with Tessa. But Tessa has nothing to do with this. She wouldn't murder anyone. She wouldn't hurt a fly. She's an idol. Idols don't kill people.
You need to stop putting her on a pedestal.
Tessa is a savior to me. The Tessa I know wouldn't hurt anyone.
A savior?
The first time I met her, I had a bad case of writer's block, and I saw all this awful negativity online, and I lost sight of what I really wanted to write. It was the lowest point of my life.
He is talking like a professional, though he hasn't published anything.
Yeah.
Then, by pure chance, I found a video of Tessa singing and dancing, and it made me realize something important. You don't have to care what people think, you know? If you do your best at what you believe in, your message will get through to people. That attitude is something all great creators need to have. After that, I became a huge A-Set fan and got over my writer's block.
Und seitdem bist du ein Stalker.
And I know I'm not the only one Tessa has inspired. A lot of otaku like me say that Tessa is their savior. She cheers them up when they're down, so there's no way Tessa can be involved in murder. Absolutely impossible.
Slow down. I didn't say Iris was the murderer.
But do you suspect her?
I need to hear her side of the story. If I do, I might find out she's totally innocent. If you truly believe that she didn't do it, you should tell me everything you know.
But...
Do it for Iris.
What time did Renju and Iris leave the building?
around 6:15, I guess.
Where did they go?
I didn't see. They got into Renju's car and drove off.
And what did you do?
I went inside Sunfish Pocket, but I saw a sign that said the entire club was reserved. I figured I would just go home.
What happened?
Oh, Iris is da. That happened.
Date.
Iris, there's something I need to ask you. Come with me.
Police Headquarters. 8:23 Uhr. Haben wir sie jetzt... Oh. Okay. Verhören wir sie jetzt? Na gut, sie wurde dann der Aussage zufolge ja als letztes mit Renju gesehen, ne?
Iris, I'm going to ask you some questions. Please answer honestly. However, you do not have to say anything that might incriminate you.
The right to remain silent? You're treating me like a criminal.
Not exactly. I'm just looking for the truth, and I would appreciate your cooperation.
This is the camera used to record the interrogation. Images captured by this camera are sent to the database in real time. It is later saved permanently on our servers. You can remotely control it as well.
Camera used for interrogation. Lenses facing Iris. There are pipes on the walls of the room. Nicht wirklich wichtig. A two-way mirror. There's a small room on the other side of the mirror, but you can't see it from here. Boss? Ist Boss nicht da? Nee. Also, sie ist da, aber ich kann nicht mit ihr sprechen. Okay. Do you have an alibi for last night?
What were you doing from 7 to 9 last night?
I was at home the whole time.
You're sure?
Yes.
Iba, thermograph.
There is no noticeable rise in Iris's body temperature.
She isn't lying.
Not necessarily. We must consider the possibility that she is a natural liar.
With that kind of confidence, her temperature wouldn't change.
Correct.
Renju's estimated time of death was 8 p.m. last night. If Iris' story is true, she couldn't have done it.
There is another possibility. Even if Iris was at home, she could have killed Renju.
You mean...
What, killed her at home oder was? Can I ask your mother about your alibi?
I'll ask again. You are sure you were at home around 8 p.m. yesterday?
Yes.
Can I ask your mother about your alibi?
You can, but there'd be no point.
Why is that?
My mom wasn't home.
Convenient.
She came back home early this morning.
This morning?
Yeah.
Where was she?
I don't know.
You don't know. Come to think of it, Iris' mom had connections to Renju too.
Hitomi did mention that yesterday.
Renju was my classmate at Eitoku High. We've known each other for 20 years now.
However, we have nothing to link her to the case.
But I am curious, what was Hitomi doing last night?
Ja. Auch schon komisch, dass sie auch nicht da war. Is Ota's story true?
Here's what Ota told me. Yesterday around 6:15 p.m., you and Renju came out of the Sunfish Pocket building. Is that true?
Yes. Mr. Okiura called me and told me he wanted me to come to Sunfish Pocket. ASAP.
Around what time was that?
5 p.m., I think. I got ready, then headed over there. I guess I got there about an hour later.
Date, I checked her call history. At 4:58 p.m., there is a record of a call to Iris from Renju's phone.
Okay. What were you doing with Renju?
What were you doing with Renju?
He asked me about a job.
What kind of job?
He rented out Sunfish Pocket for a party and he wanted me to MC. He said that it was an important party and that a lot of big shots, but the girl he asked to do it originally got sick and couldn't come.
We're going to be there, habe ich aus Versehen übersprungen.
But I turned him down.
Why?
Because I'm just an internet idol. I've never done any MCing before, especially with important people being there.
What did you do after you turned him down?
What did you do after you turned him down?
I left with Mr. Okiura at 6:15 p.m. That must have been when Ota saw me.
And after that?
I asked Mr. Okiura to take me home in his car. I got home at 7 p.m. I was home the rest of the night.
What do you think, Iba?
I cannot detect any contradictions. However, her story appears almost too organized.
Ah, ja, jetzt wo sie es sagt.
Human memory is ambiguous. Her use of exact times leads me to be suspicious.
Stimmt schon. Wenn du mich jetzt fragst, was ich heute zum Beispiel gemacht habe, könnte ich dir nicht bis auf die Minute genau sagen. Ja, um 12:25 Uhr habe ich und um 13:17 Uhr habe ich...
That's true.
When did you find out Renju was killed?
When did you find out Renju was killed?
This morning, on the news.
And you were with Renju last night? You didn't think to call the police and inform them of this?
Oh, sorry. Is that something you're supposed to do? I had a podcast to record this morning, so if I went to the police, I'd be late. And that would cause everyone a lot of trouble, you know?
You used to work at Sunfish Pocket, right?
I heard you used to work at Sunfish Pocket.
That's right.
How long?
A little over a year.
Working there that long, you're probably pretty familiar with the equipment.
Yeah, I guess.
Iris looks nervous. It's understandable, of course, after suddenly being taken to a place like this. About the surveillance camera.
What about the surveillance camera? Do you know where those tapes were stored?
What are you trying to say? Am I a suspect?
It's not like that.
It's fine, Date. It's true that I met with Mr. Okiura yesterday, but how do I put this? It's impossible that I'm the killer.
Why?
I'm a teenage girl. Mr. Okiura is a fully grown man.
Oh, she's got a point. A girl like her could have stabbed, poisoned, or shot him dead, but strangling?
No, it's still possible. You see.
Renju's estimated TOD is yesterday, around 8 p.m.
Wo steht denn das jetzt?
Numerous hemorrhages in the blood vessels of the throat and face indicate strangulation. The weapon used to commit the murder was some kind of twisted cloth. The criminal likely wrapped it around Renju's neck and pulled. Renju then suffocated. The more precise cause of death is cerebral circulation failure due to vessel closure in the neck. In short, Renju was strangled from behind with some kind of cloth or rope.
Where Renju was
The
murdered?
autopsy determined that Renju vacated his bowels for muscle relaxation upon death. However, no trace of this was found on the corpse or at the scene.
Sedation, da steht's weiter unten.
This means that it is highly likely Renju was killed elsewhere and moved to where he was
Aber ich gehe
found.
sowieso mal alle durch.
Renju's corpse was discovered at the maid cafe Sunfish Pocket, hanging from a beam on the ceiling by a wire. He was found over the counter. The wire was attached on both ends. One end was attached to a hook that was embedded inside Renju's jaw. The other end was attached to beer kegs found on the floor. The kegs hold approximately 20 liters of liquid. They weigh approximately 55 pounds each.
Renju weighs approximately 160 pounds.
The autopsy discovered a high concentration of benzodiazepine in Renju's body. This drug is commonly used as a sedative. It is likely that Renju was in a state of compromised consciousness before his death. Sunfish Pocket is located on the second floor. According to the records, from 6:30 p.m. until the body was found, the elevator stopped on the second floor only once, at 8:55 p.m. The total weight detected in the elevator was approximately 310 pounds.
I know this watch. It's Renju's favorite. I found it inside an oil drum at Sunfish Pocket. That means...
The oil drum inside Sunfish Pocket, the type that has a lid you can open, with about a 200-liter capacity. Empty, it weighs approximately 44 pounds.
Okay, so sedation müssen wir zeigen.
A heavy concentration of sedatives were discovered in Renju's body. Renju was practically in a coma before he died. He wouldn't have struggled.
So, Iris could have strangled him.
Wait a minute. Even if I was somehow able to kill him, the rest of it is impossible.
The rest of it?
Like hanging up his body?
How do you know that?
What do you mean? It's all over the news.
That's true. Renju weighed about 160 pounds. Even if she used her entire body weight, I don't think she could have hauled him up.
Right. It would be hard for her to do it with her strength alone. But with a little ingenuity, it could be done.
Ingenuity?
Oil drum? Oder? Oder das. Das würde ich mal sagen.
It went like this. First, Renju was laid out on the counter. Next, the wire was thrown over the beam and connected to the hook in his jaw. Then all you need to do is put the 3 beer kegs on the counter.
You think a teenage girl could have done that?
I'm sure it was hard. The kegs weighed 55 pounds each. But that's not impossible, even for a teenage girl.
I guess it isn't impossible.
After that, you get on top of the counter, hook the other end of the wires to the kegs, and then... What do you think happens if you kick the kegs off the counter?
The 3 kegs weighed 165 pounds altogether.
Also ein bisschen mehr als Renju.
Renju weighs 5 pounds less. I guess that would make it possible. But there is one more thing.
What?
Considering the state of the crime scene, it's clear Renju was killed elsewhere and brought to where we found him. If Iris is the culprit, how did she move the body?
Hey!
I know. You're going to say you couldn't have moved a 160-pound body.
Unfortunately for her, she could have.
How?
Oil drum? This could have something to do with it, but I need more to support my theory. Elevator record? Doch nicht. Ah, die Uhr. Ach, ich Idiot. Die Uhr war da drin. Das heißt ja, dass er da drin gewesen sein muss. Und sie ist kurz nach 8 stehen geblieben.
Do you know what this is? It's Renju's favorite watch. This was discovered inside an empty oil drum at Sunfish Pocket.
Hey, Date, I know you're on a roll right now, but could you please report things like that according to protocol?
What are you trying to say?
I'm saying that it wouldn't be so hard to move a body if it were in a cylinder.
Kann man rollen.
You would just have to roll it.
So you're saying Renju's body was moved inside the drum, which is how the watch came off. But the suspect didn't notice it.
I'm not saying anything for sure, just pointing out that it's possible.
I didn't do it! You don't even have any witnesses! If I were rolling an oil drum in the middle of the street, people would have noticed!
You could have put it in a car and driven it.
I don't have a license!
Doesn't mean you can't drive. Even an AI can drive nowadays.
Are you mocking me?
Ein bisschen.
Don't make sudden outbursts like that.
You insulted me.
Just be quiet.
Who are you talking to?
No one.
Anyway, Iris, you weigh about 105 pounds, right?
Where is this coming from?
If only you weighed more. Or less.
That is none of your business.
No, I mean that your weight is relevant to the case. If the oil drum was used to transport the corpse, then the possibility of the suspect being around 105 pounds is extremely likely.
Why do you say that?
Oh, I can tell you why. Renju's weight. I need another clue. Elevator record. Oil drum vielleicht? Weil da steht ja auch, wie viel die wiegt. 44. Und wenn man das alles zusammenrechnet?
Iris, on which floor is Sunfish Pocket located?
On the second floor.
That's right. So, I checked the elevator records. Before the corpse was discovered, the elevator only stopped at the second floor once, at 8:55 p.m. And we discovered that the total cargo weight on the elevator was about 310 pounds. Renju weighed 160.
Okay.
The oil drum weighs 44.
Ja.
Together, that's about 205.
Ah, da fehlen noch 105.
Subtracting that from 310.
This doesn't look good.
Why are you...
Now, this obviously doesn't prove you're the murderer. A lot of people weigh 105 pounds. Or someone could have put 105 extra pounds in the elevator, sent it up, and taken the stairs to throw us off the trail. However...
Date, stop. Iris is acting strange. Don't turn around.
Why not?
Just stay put. Keep your eyes on the wall.
Das ist auch ein guter Zeitpunkt,
There are several cameras in this room.
mir mal eben ein neues Bier zu holen. Bin gleich zurück.